Hello and welcome back to a new video on my channel. In this video I would like to share a few mistakes with you that a lot of astrophotographers out there do when using lenses for astrophotography. When I started into the hobby of astrophotography, I made a few of these mistakes myself, and therefore it was very important for me to share these mistakes with you so that you do not make these mistakes when using lenses for astrophotography. Mistake number one is using your lenses wide open when capturing images of deep sky objects. So when using these lenses for astrophotography, it's very important to let in as much light as possible. But when using these lenses wide open, these stars do not look that good in your image. Therefore, I would recommend to stop down your lens when planning to use it for deep sky astrophotography. So just as an example, when using this lens wide open, I can capture at f4.0, which is actually quite good, but when planning to use this lens for deep sky astrophotography, I usually stop it down to f5.0 or 5.6. That's very important because that helps me to achieve better images, and the images will be sharper, which is very important in deep sky astrophotography. Therefore, I would not recommend to use your lens wide open when planning to use it for deep sky astrophotography. Mistake number two is about the autofocuser of this lens. So when planning to focus your lens in deep sky astrophotography, some beginners often use the autofocuser of your lens, and that's definitely not the right way to go. So when focusing your lens on a bright star or on the moon, and then when looking on your display, it looks like your lens is in focus, but when zooming in you can see that it's not in focus, and therefore it's very important to manually focus your lens in deep sky astrophotography. So when focusing my lens, I usually use the live view of this camera, and then I zoom in on a bright star and just focus this lens manually, because it helps me to achieve perfect focus, and achieving perfect focus in deep sky astrophotography is very necessary in order to capture amazing images of deep sky objects. Mistake number three is about the focal length. So when using this zoom lens at the maximum focal length, the stars are very big and the image looks not that good. Therefore, when planning to use zoom lenses for astrophotography, I would not recommend to use the maximum focal length. So I've taken different test images with this lens, starting from a focal length of 75mm all the way up to 300mm. I've realized that the stars look better when choosing a focal length between 75 all the way up to 150mm, because in that range the stars are smaller and it seems like the image looks better. I even looked at images other astrophotographers have captured with this lens, and I've looked at these images that were captured with the maximum focal length, and it seems like this problem is not only with my lens. So definitely feel free to share your experience down below in the comments, and I'm really interested in that. So I've taken different test images with this lens, and in my case it seems like this lens works the best when using it at a focal length between 75 all the way up to 150mm. So these are the mistakes I plan to share with you. So if you have other mistakes when using lenses for astrophotography, definitely make sure to write them down below in the comments, because that will help other astrophotographers to improve their images in deep sky astrophotography too. If this video was interesting and helpful to you, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, clear skies, Felix.